Coming live from the studio, this is All Sports with Gerardo. Thank you for watching another episode of All Sports. This is your host Gerardo. Right now I'm going to tell you about my experience at Target Field. So to start off, at the middle every month, I post a video or talk about one stadium I have went to. So stay tuned for future videos from stadiums across the US. For the month of February, I am going to post a video where I talk about Target Field and my experience there. For the next 30 months, I will go in order and tell you about every stadium I have been to across the US. When I post a video talking about a stadium I have been to, there will be two different versions. It will be a video where I talk about the stadium if I have already been there, but if it's a stadium I haven't been to yet, then I will post a video showing you the stadium. So to give you some background history about Target Field, it is located in Minneapolis. It is home of the Minnesota Twins. They broke ground for it in August of 2007 and it opened in April of 2010. Target Field has a seating capacity of over 38,600 seats. It's an open ballpark. Before, the Twins used to play at the Metrodome, which was shared by the Minnesota Vikings, and it was a dome stadium. It was indoor. So once the Twins got their own stadium, they landed up building it outdoor. Target Field hosted the 2014 All-Star Game. I went to Target Field in August of 2013. So right now I'm going to tell you my experience of going to Target Field. Target Field was one of my favorite stadiums to go to across the US. It is one of the nicest stadiums, especially that it's one of the newer stadiums. What I like about Target Field is the way it's built. It has a really great layout. If you're behind home plate or you're on the first or third base side of the field, you get a nice view of downtown Minneapolis. You can see all the buildings in the background. Target Field has a nice scoreboard. Anywhere you sit in Target Field, you get a really nice view of the baseball game as well. If you're behind home plate, you can see the whole field. You can see the outfield. You can see downtown Minneapolis as well. So it's definitely one of the nicest stadiums because of its layout, the way it was built, and the type of material that they used when they built it. There's a lot of different areas of Target Field that really stands out, even if you're on the outside or the inside of Target Field. So wherever you are in Target Field, you get a really nice view of the stadium, and you also get a nice view of the baseball game as well. So if you haven't been to Minneapolis or Target Field, I highly recommend that you go up to Minneapolis to see Target Field. Target Field has to be one of the stadiums on your list that you got to see because it's definitely worth seeing. Now to talk about Minneapolis, for 28 years, the Twins used to play at the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome, which opened in April of 1982, and the Twins shared the Metrodome with the Vikings. The Twins got a new stadium in their own stadium back in 2010. The Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome was in the same location where US Bank Stadium is located today. The roof at the Metrodome collapsed back in December 2010, and there had been a few other incidents where the roof has tore or deflated because of the amount of heavy snow and the type of weather conditions that they have up in the Minneapolis area, especially during the winter time. Minneapolis is known for its cold temperatures and the amount of snow they get during the winter. The roof was repaired on the Metrodome in July of 2011, but it was time to build a new stadium for the Twins and for the Vikings. The Metrodome was demolished in January 2014. For 2 years, the Vikings played at TCF Bank Stadium as the Metrodome was getting torn down and US Bank Stadium was being built. TCF Bank Stadium was an outdoor stadium. It was also a college stadium as well. So once the Metrodome got destroyed and all the debris got removed, then they started building US Bank Stadium. US Bank Stadium is located in the same spot as the Metrodome was located. They wanted to build the Vikings' new stadium in the same location. US Bank Stadium opened in July of 2016. It's an enclosed stadium and it's home of the Vikings. In Minneapolis, there is Target Field, home of the Twins, and also there is Target Center, home of the Timberwolves. The reason why you see Target a lot in Minneapolis is because Target's headquarters is located in Minneapolis. Minneapolis is one of the coldest major cities in North America during the winter, and the Minnesota region also receives a lot of snow as well. Minneapolis is known for the artist Prince. Paisley Park is located in a suburb of Minneapolis. So if you head to Minneapolis, you definitely got to check out Paisley Park if you were a Prince fan. Also, the Mall of America is located in a suburb of Minneapolis, not too far from downtown. So if you go to Minneapolis, you definitely got to check out the Mall of America. It was also renovated in the last few years, so it's definitely worth seeing. If you have the opportunity to go up to Minneapolis, I would highly recommend that you go during the summer months, because that's usually the warmer months compared to all of the other months, especially in the winter, because that is their colder months. That's their coldest months. That's when they get all their snow as well. So if you want to have a nice experience up in Minneapolis, I would definitely recommend to go during the summer. Also, if you like stadiums and you're someone that's been traveling around the country to see all the different stadiums, especially all the baseball stadiums, Target Field definitely has to be on your list. US Bank Stadium would be another stadium that should be on your list, and another stadium you should see as well. The way that Target Field and US Bank Stadium was built, they're definitely unique in many different ways, and there's a lot to see on the outside of the stadiums and in the inside of the stadiums. You definitely got to see Target Field when the Twins are there playing a baseball game, and if you can't catch the Vikings during the season when they're playing at US Bank Stadium, even if you just go see US Bank Stadium for the type of architect that they have, it's definitely worth seeing, especially the side of US Bank Stadium that faces towards downtown Minneapolis, because it's all made of glass, and downtown Minneapolis reflects off that glass of the stadium, so it's definitely something that's very unique and very nice about US Bank Stadium. So if you get the opportunity, go to Minneapolis, go see Target Field, US Bank Stadium, the Mall of America, and Paisley Park where Prince lived. Tune in to the next All Sports with Gerardo show. I want to say thank you to everybody that watches every episode of All Sports. Subscribe or like my pages on social media at All Sports with Gerardo. Until next time, this is Gerardo.